Так, вы начинаете возвращаться. Извиняемся очень сильно, какие-то проблемы, неполадки со связью. Сейчас, я надеюсь, все будет работать. Всем еще раз привет. Давайте подождем еще раз Иена. Вы пока можете написать свои вопросы. Ian, I'm waiting for you. Yes. Нет, АФП не будет. Ian, finally we connected.
That's not me, that's your technology,
That's not
mine.
your fault, that's not your fault, that was my fault. Something wrong with my phone.
God,
Hello! So
good afternoon.
We locked down till the 1st of the May. No tennis till 1st of May. 1 month.
But you're not allowed out until the 1st of May either, huh?
Not really. No. Only if you have a dog or you need to buy something.
Wow.
Yeah,
we
it's
are,
so bad.
yeah,
It's
we are
so
in
bad.
we are in week 3 now of 3 weeks, but it will change at the end of this week. We're allowed out once for fitness or to go for a run or something. Yeah, supermarket, but it has to be essentials, and pharmacy.
Yeah, same for us, but we can't go out for fitness because all the parks, you know, everything is closed. A lot of police outside, so we can't do this.
No, there are not too many people doing it anyway, to be fair. So it's very quiet. It's very
must
quiet.
Be.
Yeah.
Must be. So, okay, guys, you can ask the questions. Ребята, вы можете спрашивать вопросы. Мы будем на них отвечать. Если хотите, можем не отвечать. If you want us to answer, if you don't, okay.
That's right. We just keep talking.
It's all right. We will understand. But I think the most popular question is gonna be what you do at home. How you?
Gonna be.
No, sorry, Ian. My first question. What's your weight?
Yours. Yeah, not mine.
No, I think yours.
I have no idea. No idea.
What's the most important in tennis?
What's the most important what?
Just the question. What's the most important in tennis?
Just one thing?
Yeah, I would say spirit, character.
Yeah, it depends a little bit on the level as well. I think the higher you go, the more competitive is important.
Yeah.
Be a student.
Да, yes. То есть вы должны стараться, учиться и идти к своим целям. The next one. How did you find each other?
Yeah, you can answer that one.
Okay, I can answer this because it's a Russian question as well. I think not so many people will understand English either.
That's
Hopefully
okay.
you will, guys. Как мы нашли друг друга? Никак мы не нашли друг друга, потому что я давно знала о Йене как о профессионале, он также давно знал про меня, и вот как-то мы списались с ним в марте того еще года и решили попробовать. Next question. How you prepare for the tournament? We are eating chips, eating burgers.
Right. Yeah. Firstly, it depends on the surface, and obviously you need to practice on that surface before the tournament. You get a little more competitive in your practices, and then obviously a little bit more specific with certain patterns and everything like this before a tournament, as opposed to a training which can be a little more intense and a little more physical. But yeah, as you get nearer the tournament, then obviously the mental side becomes even more important. There you go. Translate
Good
that
answer, Ian. Good answer. В общем, ребят, на самом деле важно, на каком из покрытии вы будете выступать. Это также и может быть грунт, хард. И чем дальше вы будете идти к турниру, тем больше будет важна ваша психологическая составляющая. Next question. Alexander is here, as we can see. Hello, Alexander. Next question. Where do you study? Я закончила школу еще в том году, поэтому пока что я нигде не учусь. Ian lockdown in Moscow till the end of April. What should we do now? Cry.
I mean, the biggest thing now is to continue what you're doing. You need routines, day by day. It's even after 1 month, it's going to be possibly a little bit longer as well. So it's you're going to stay at home. You're going to have to do mobility, core injury prevention. But the mental side's going to be the biggest one.
Very important now.
It's huge now.
Keep doing this like every day. Like today, when I woke up, I got the text from Yana, from the physical coach in our academy, from the girl, and she's like, Nastya, come on, let's go live. Let's do the call fitness in Steam. And I'm like, yeah, let's do it. And she like kind of killed me there. I'm like, I was wet. I was like, yeah, it was good.
That's important. That's, the other thing I think that when you look at a lot of the other sports that are dealing with it is get your racket and a ball. Play with the ball. You see the golfers playing with their golf club and the golf ball. The footballers are just holding the ball. Don't forget that you're a tennis player, not just a physical person. So you got to take a racket out, find a wall, or just keep playing.
Yeah, there is a question for you, Ian. Do you still training with someone? And if not, can you train me? I'm third in Russia. I guess this is some guy or girl message that. I don't know. Guys, he's my coach. Relax, please. What are you talking about with Ian before your match?
What are we talking about?
Yeah, like how you prepare me before my match, but like right before the match. Let's say like 10 minutes before, 5 minutes before.
5-10 minutes just before the match is just go through some of the goals that we talked about before, some of the tactics, but more about just being positive, being ready, and start yourself off in a good energetic mode when you start the match.
Yeah, отвечая на вопрос, кто-то задал, как Ян настраивает себя до матча, ответ вот такой, что за 5-10 минут мы с ним отходим куда-нибудь и начинаем общаться по каким-то важным, не знаю, там, тактикам, по моментам, как играть, и, ну, ничего такого прям мы не делаем, поэтому как и все. Ian, who's been your favorite student of all time? I guess I know the answer now. No. And I'm not talking about me. I know who is this, but please answer.
No, but this is an ex-pupil of mine that's asked the question.
Who is this? Really?
Yeah, this is Ahmed. He lives in Moscow.
Oh,
this is my friend.
That's him.
Yeah.
Hi, Ahmed. I know you by Quiz Planet.
There you go.
You're a genius there.
There's something to do in this lockdown. You learn something new with that quiz.
Like what?
Well, I remember in Mexico when we found out that flamingos eat with their head upside down, things like that. It's all new knowledge, huh?
Yeah, it is. Wow, okay.
I saw a message from Alexander, right? About running in London.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, are you running in London and this nightmare in the world?
Every day.
Oh yeah.
Every day. Yeah,
From
otherwise I would go
kitchen
crazy.
to the bedroom, or from the
No,
bedroom to the kitchen?
no. No, we're allowed out to do that. So yeah, 30 minutes just to get some fresh air and out around my local village. So yeah, it's very quiet, but yeah, got to keep fit somehow. Getting old now, you see.
Yes.
All right.
No,
Oh,
I
yeah.
meant no. Sorry.
Sorry, yeah.
I meant no, you're not getting old. No, I meant different. Вопросы еще будут? Questions? Again, one more question. How you prepare for the tournament? We already answered this. Maybe you want to tell to the girls and guys something to do when you lock down at home and you don't have a lot of space, like what to do, how to stay fit. What's the most important things?
Yeah, I think, yeah, like we said earlier, the keeping mobility, the stretching, injury prevention, things like this. Any space, you can find a little space to do one-step movements with a racket in your hand. You don't need to hit a ball, or you don't even need the racket in your hand. But if you can do some tennis-specific movements, one step either way, front, back. Seen some great, videos on the phone and people sending it in of watching TV and almost mimicking what they were doing. Nothing wrong with watching a bit of tennis, favorite players, maybe even commentate on the matches. Do your own commentary.
You can try. Yeah, you can try. There is a good one. Sometimes when I play a match, I'm thinking only about the lose, what to do and how to fight with this.
Yeah, but it's not always that bad. It's whether if it changes the way you play. If you play not to lose rather than you play to win and it's not working, then it can be dangerous. But some of the best players in the world had more of a fear of losing than actually the excitement of winning.
Yes,
so
like even me, like you when you go, of course you think about the win, but like the thing that sometimes you're thinking about that you don't want to lose, and like you're not scared of it, but you're thinking like no, Настя, like let's focus on the win. It's like it's actually helping sometimes. There was something bad with you? There was something with connection?
No.
Now it's good? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I can see you now. How many hours you doing fitness and tennis? Like there is something different between, like what we do more?
Depends what cycle you're in, whether it's a pre-season, pre-tournament, just a training week. A normal training week would be 3 to 4 hours on court, and then probably physically would be 1.5 to 2 hours. So that's a normal training week. When you're in pre-season, you have different sections of it, when you're more physical or when you're more technical. I think a normal week right now would be 3, 4, 5, 4 hours really as a medium on court, and then 2 to 3 specific gym work.
There is a question for me. How often you look on your coach while you're playing a match? I can answer this actually pretty often. Like, well, not like really like every point like some of the players, but like pretty often. Like I think, yeah, maybe even sometimes after each point I'm looking at my coach just because of the habit.
Yeah, but sometimes it's the only person in the stadium that is on your side.
Yes, that's the good thing to say. Yes, sometimes you just look at him not to hear something, just to know that he's there. He's still there. He didn't go somewhere.
He didn't walk out this match.
Yeah, like, no, I'm not watching this anymore. See you later. Another question: how many rackets did you break? Okay, normally I don't break the rackets, but last tournaments was very, let's say, very intense, very tough for me. Especially, I was always like down in a match. My opponent had the match points, and yes, I broke few in last few months. 3. I broke one in San Pete. I broke one in Acapulco and one in Monterrey. So I broke 3 rackets on last 3 tournaments.
In 3 quarterfinals, though.
Yes, 3 quarter. Yeah. What's your favorite place in Russia?
Is that to me?
I think both. You can answer first.
First time I ever went to Red Square and saw Red Square was pretty amazing for me. You've seen a question?
No, which one?
I don't know. There's a question on mine, but I can't quite see it.
No. Because I heard a different story about you on the Red Square, but...
On Red Square. Yeah, no, the first time I went and saw all of that, and yeah, that was... the colors and everything like that was unbelievable.
Yeah. How long you need to recover after the match?
Depends the length of the match.
Зависит от того, сколько вы играли свой матч. Если же, опять же, вы играли 30, не знаю, там, минут, то я думаю, то, что можете 20 минут на это потратить. Но если вы играли 3 часа, то, естественно, надо сделать все и выпить и восстанавливающий напиток, и сходить на массаж, и хорошо затянуться, и тогда все будет в порядке на следующий день. Again, one more question: how to stay fit while we do a quarantine? I will repeat it on Russian. Как держать себя в форме на карантине? Ну, ребят, мы уже отвечали на этот вопрос. Важно, конечно, заставлять себя работать дома, да, не лениться, не спать, стараться также правильно есть, чтобы, когда вы с карантина вышли, вы были готовы. Alexander asked the question: what surface should we practice in the current situation in tennis? That tournaments during 3 upcoming months, at least. I think it's hardcore, because like we know that that the grass is gone for this year. I think we know the clay is still questionable, but the percent we're playing on hard in a year depends to the other surface is more. It's like maybe 64 or 70-30. So if you practice on hard, I think it's like a pre-season. We never do the pre-season on clay, right?
Yeah, no, I think hard would be the sensible one. It's going to be tougher for the clay. I mean, obviously the grass is gone now, but even the clay, when the winter months, is not a good surface. So once you go indoors at the end of the year, even, it's going to be on a hard court. So
this question was to Ian. Sorry, I'm answered this.
Okay, what's the question?
No, Alexander sent it. Like this question about the surface was to Ian, not for you, Nastya. Keep it quiet, please.
It's a hard court. It would have to be a hard court if you had the choice. just for the movement patterns, because you're not able to do so much off the court with the physical work. Then at least you're with the hard court, you know, with the bounce and the movement, it'd be pretty tough to go straight back onto a clay court or straight onto a clay court after quarantine anyway. So yeah, definitely hard.
Yeah, there's a good question actually came. What to do while you're playing a match and you feel like you can't breathe because it's not enough pauses in your match, like it's not enough breaks between the changeovers, like what to do when you can't breathe, like you feel like it's not enough oxygen for you?
Normally, yeah, it depends a little bit why that is, whether you're panicking or whether it's a physical side. It's the biggest thing you've got to try.
I think it's physical side. I think this question was asked in a physical
side.
Yeah.
It's tough. I mean, you got to use every single second that you can between the points. Obviously, trying to get your heartbeat down as normal as possible.
Yeah.
Not to panic. Just you know, use the whole timing. Every second you've got.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think to improve it, you should like do the running sessions outside. It's important.
Once you're off the court, then yeah.
Once you're
it's pretty tough to do on the court.
When you're playing match, but I think like once you're out of the court and you like have training day, I think you can try to run more and like keep the level of your running skills.
Exercise bike as well, because that's less impact on,
yeah. So. Agree.
Yeah, the biggest thing is we didn't really talk about the mental side of while you're locked up in for months. It's you know, it's going to be you know, different things to learn. You'll find more out about yourself in these coming weeks. So you know, it's that side of it. Read different books. Doesn't always have to be about tennis.
Agree. There is a question. How old were you when you first started playing, and your best moment in tennis so far? Is that for me? If it's for me.
For sure. Yes. That's our friend in Moscow again. Yeah.
How old were you? I started to play tennis when I was 4. Okay, 4.5. So yeah, something in between 4 and 5. And my best moment in tennis so far, I think last year, French Open, when I beat in the first round Angelique Kerber, just because not I won my first round at the French Open. In case that Angelique was always an idol for me when I was growing up. I was watching her. I like her playing. I like watch her on court. I like the style of her game and like how she acts on court. And like when I beat her, it was a big thing for me. How many fitness sessions you need to do per week? It depends on the age, no? It depends on what you're doing. It depends like for what you're preparing. It depends like, I don't know. But I think every day you need to do something, at least. Maybe not 2 hours in gym, but like something to keep you fit. Keep the power, keep the strength. No?
It's a lot of if it depends on also how much tennis you're playing.
And depends on the age.
If you're playing a lot of tennis at a young age, then the gym work should be, you know, mobility, stretching, injury prevention, core, things like that. So, doesn't necessarily have to be, you know, sort of a specific fitness session if you're a younger player. Obviously, the older players need to look after their bodies as well. So it's whether you call that fitness.
So that is the next question from a different person. I'm 9 years old. How many hours a day do I need to play tennis?
Need to play, that's tough. Yeah, you don't need. There's no number to go with need. It's,
I agree.
So how many hours did you play?
You have to enjoy it till you can, because at this age you feel like it's not your job or something. It's just like your hobby that you're really enjoying to do, and you need to take as much joy as you can and not feel like, oh, you're tired at this age.
How many hours did you play at 9?
When I was 9,
yeah.
I think I was actually, okay, maybe at 9 I already started to play a little more. So maybe I played 5 days a week, maybe 1.5 hours. So I wasn't playing much. But when I was like maybe 8 or 7, I was playing only 3 days a week and maybe 2 hours. But it was like a group, you know. I was playing with the small kids as well, like my age. It was a lot of us, so not much. I'm still playing not so much as everyone thinking, to be honest. Everyone thinks that we are practicing for 10 hours a day, non-stop.
Some players do.
Some, but not much.
Not
well,
many.
not okay. Like everyone. The tournaments, what kind of racket is better, Wilson or Babolat? It depends on your, I don't know, what you feel better. That's your racket. And so on, Wilson.
Yeah, it's tough to say without seeing, you know, the person or how they play, the physical side or anything like that. It's tough to say. I mean, I think when you stay with the big brands like that, you know that you have the technology in the rackets, so it's a little personal preference.
To be honest, I think that the Babolat for the juniors, like from small age to maybe 15, 14, is the better racket. Well, I was playing the whole life with the Babolat till I turned 15, and then I said like, I want to try Wilson. I think you need to grow till for this racket, for Wilson. I think it's more adult racket. I think it's more professional racket.
Yeah, I think the other thing that you have to remember is a lot of the pro rackets now are very different to the ones that you find on the shelves in the shops. So then
no, that's
rackets,
for sure. But again, I'm just talking about, because like, you know, when I was like 10 or 12 or 13 or even 15, I wasn't. I was just going to the Babolat store and I was buying the rackets. So I had the contract, but I'm pretty sure they were sending me just the normal rackets. And yeah, for me, the Babolat was always number one till I was a junior. I played whole junior with my Babolat racket. I was changing them different, you know, models, like pure drive, pure aero, but still a Babolat. Next. At what age you should start and playing at tournaments? Actually, I think you can start to play I don't know, at 7, 8, because at this time, a lot of like red ball or like orange ball tournaments, like whatever, softball tournaments, you can try yourself there just for fun, like, you know, weekends tournaments.
There's a lot to learn from competition, whether it's, you know.
But in our country, we start to play like officially the tournaments at 9. So first you go 9 and 10 age, then 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So like this. So actually, officially, you can start when you turn 9. Like in Russia, you know, the local normal tournaments with normal balls, with referees maybe somewhere.
It's always good to compete.
For points as well.
You just got to remember the bigger picture, and, you know, it's learning how to compete, learning how to win and lose points, games, matches.
Good question. How many times do you need to go to the swimming pool and work in there? And what do you think about sauna?
That's for you, that one. The swimming pool I used a lot when my player's been injured.
Yeah, it's good.
Very good.
Especially when it's hips problems, actually any problem.
Yeah.
It's good.
So sometimes in recovery, but not too much in that. The sauna you can ask. I have no knowledge of saunas.
И про баню давайте отвечу я, так как я любитель бани. Я стараюсь в баню ходить, когда есть возможность, практически каждый день. Пускай я не сижу там по часу, да, там немного, там 3 минуты, 4 минуты и выхожу, но мне это действительно и помогает и расслабиться, и восстановиться. Настя, how many hours a day do you have tennis?
So, that normal week is 3 to 4 hours, depending on the phase that you're in. Training, normally 3 to 4 hours. If it's technical, a little bit less, and then sometimes more if it's a physical block. But as a guideline, it would be 3 to 4.
Yeah. Another question: how did you get a contract with Nike? For me, I think like everyone, like you started to play at the international tournaments, the agent started to see you, recognize you, then they talking to your maybe coach, or if you have an agent or your parents, like they sending the contract to your email, and you just thinking if you like it or not, and you sign it. So like everyone. How many tournaments you should play in a month, in 1 month, when you're 9 years old?
Maximum 2. Huh?
Yeah, I think.
Depends maximum. How long the tournament.
Yeah, depends. Yeah, it depends. I don't know.
Definitely not 4.
No, definitely not.
If it's not week long.
Я думаю, не 4 надо играть, когда тебе 9. Actually, when I was, I remember when I was 9, I was playing at tournaments. When I was 9, 10, and it was funny because by the end of the year, I was ranked as a first in our Russian ranking, you know, under 10 years old. And with the only 14 tournaments or 13, and the girl who was ranked second, she had like 32 tournaments.
But these tournaments are 1 week long or just 3 or 4 days?
1 week long normal tournaments, like a, you know, like a normal, yes, normal tournament.
At 9?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
All these questions are in Russian, huh?
Yes. Сколько раз в неделю нужно бегать кроссы? Again, how many times do we need to run like a long distance in a week? I think you can run once if you feel good and if you feel you don't really need it, if you breathing good while you're playing points. Like, I think you can run once, like on Saturday or something. But I mean the long distance is not like, you know, 15 minutes, 20 minutes. How often you need to do a massage?
Again, it's the level you're at. So,
yeah,
for someone like yourself, it
depends what level you are, how tired you are, how sore you are. If you're not really sore, I don't think you really need to do this.
You need to look after, you need to look after your body. So it depends a little bit how much you're training. You know, I think if you're in a big training block or something, then it's good to have massages almost daily at the end of each session, just because you need to be fresh for the next day. Your body needs to have recovered. Once you're at the tournaments at the sort of WTA level, most of the, you know, the girls at the later end of the tournament, having massages at the end of most days, huh?
Yeah.
So.
How to improve your twisted ankle when you did it in your match? So how to improve it after you twisted your ankle? To bring it back.
Careful. Be careful.
Да, надо быть очень осторожным, потому что в том году у меня была такая проблема с ногой, и до сих пор, я думаю, вы все заметили, что я играю с поддержкой на ногах, потому что травма была не из самых легких у меня. Вот, и я думаю, надо быть очень осторожным и максимально внимательно относиться к шагам, к бегам и следить за голеностопом. How often do you have back pain? Actually, is this question for me or for you?
Yeah, I was going to say no. I'm okay at the moment.
Actually, I'm not struggling with my back a lot. I can
struggle with your back, though. Huh? You look after your back. You look after your back well.
I look after my back. Yes, I look after my back. But sometimes I'm getting the blocked neck. Yes, maybe I have a pain there, but not in my back. My back is normally good.
I think it's one of the biggest things to look after, though. Look after your back with tennis. Exercises daily for your back. Stretching.
Mm-hmm. Do you need to take a rest from tennis? I think, I think you need to take a few days after a good tournament, maybe, or after a long trip. I think you can take 1-2 days just to settle things down, like relax, just a little bit refresh, to get a new energy and to start it all over again. At what age you started to travel with your coach, and how he was helping you? I think I was 11 or 12, but again, it wasn't like I was just me and my coach. It was more girls around me. It was like a national team. So how the coach was helping you? We had a woman coach at this time, And it was good that actually we were small girls, like young girls. We were like 11, 12, and it's good to have someone who can give you the advice when you at this age, help you in some ways, maybe not as much as on court as outside of court. So maybe it was helpful. Where are you training? Because you're not so often in Moscow. I'm not so often in Moscow because I'm on tour, and it doesn't mean that I'm training somewhere. It means I'm playing a tournament and I'm traveling from country to country, from city to city. So let's say we are people of the planet. We don't have a, like, let's say, home now. Well, now I have a home. I'm in Moscow at my home, but actually, yeah, kinda homeless sometimes.
The climate, the weather makes a difference as well. At certain times of the year, then it just doesn't make sense to go back to Moscow or UK or something like that. It's always, you end up training in a warmer climate.
Have you ever played with Thai tennis players? What do you think about tennis level in Thailand? I've been playing with Thailand tennis players twice. The first time when I was playing, it was, I guess, Suwei. And she's pretty good. I think she's really big. No, she's Taipei. She's not Thailand. That's my fault. I'm sorry. Thailand. No, I think I've never played someone from Thailand. No.
Have you been to Thailand to play a tournament?
Never.
Okay.
I've never been there, even just like the holidays.
Okay.
Yeah. Hua Hin is in Thailand.
Mm.
No, I've never been there. And I think I've never played against Thailand tennis player. Well, not in last 3 years for sure. Maybe as a junior somewhere. Maybe, I just don't remember, but I think no. There is a question. Hi, do you know Russian? Да, я разговариваю по-русски, поэтому я стараюсь отвечать на вопросы и на английском, и на русском. At what time do you start first training session? We have a training session at 10 a.m., but that means I'm in the gym at 9, just like warming up, stretching, and preparing myself for the practice. I will answer one question. No, now he changed that. Can you become like a good tennis player if your parents doesn't have like a lot of money for it?
For sure.
Actually, I think of course it's tough. Nobody's saying like it's easy, yes, but I think not many tennis players in tour are having a rich parents. No, not so many.
No, it's not. You don't hear many stories now of things like that. It's it's not the cheapest sport for sure. And because it's an individual sport, makes it a little more expensive. But I think if there's always places you can go. It's a worldwide sport, so you can find a tennis court, you can play, you can find a way. So yeah, I think most of the players now that you talk about at the top of the game, or even top 100 both sides, things like that, they've found a way. It's not all about the money.
That's a question I want you to answer on this, because I don't know, for me it's a little bit strange question. What you think what's more important when you're 9-year-old, to gain a points because of the a lot of tournaments, or because of good training process?
If you have to choose one of the two, it's the training, because it's the big picture. You have to.
Yeah, but I think you don't need to think about it when you're 9 years old.
No, for sure.
I don't think it's the right, I don't know, right motivation or to play tennis, because at 9 years old you don't play, you don't play for points for sure, and you don't need to think about it even. You need to think about who you want to become and just work, like, I don't know, just like, just like chasing your dream, like, I don't know, living your dream. Just enjoy it, just have fun. Because trust me, later, you are not gonna have fun.
These questions are in Russian or English?
In Russian.
Okay.
But looks like if nobody is complaining that we're talking on English.
Yeah, I was going to say, no one said that.
Nobody asking, like,
can you speak in Russian?
Can you speak in Russian? I didn't get this message, so. Oh, Irina Nikolaevna, hello. Yes, nobody is complaining.
Okay.
Have you, do you have friends who finished to play tennis because they don't have enough money? Well, not friends, but I know some, of course, and there will be some. There was some. There will be some. There is now some. I think. Yeah. И хотела сказать, да, по-русски теперь. Если у тебя друзья, которые закончили с теннисом из-за нехватки денег. Друзей, наверное, нету, да, потому что в основном все заканчивают больше из-за здоровья, но, конечно, такие были, есть и будут, к сожалению, но это жизнь. More questions? Irina sent the text. I'm just happy to see you guys and very interesting to listen. We happy to hear from you as well. Мы тоже рады, что вы здесь.
She's still in Spain.
Yes, she's still in Spain. Irina, tell us your story, your life.
It's a tough place to be now, huh?
Yes.
She must be in a big lockdown.
Yes. Ирина Николаевна уже на карантине 20 дней, почти что. Поэтому тяжело. Yes, it's very tough. Very tough. Some questions more? No? Настя, what do you do in free time? Actually, I am enjoying my time at home, as we tennis players don't get it a lot. I'm reading the books, I'm watching TV shows, movies, I'm hanging out with my family, I'm talking to my family every day, and I'm cooking, so I'm just enjoying this free time. Of course, it's now too much, but yes, at the moment I'm enjoying this. Since what age it started to be a serious tennis? It's a question.
For you, huh?
No, I don't know, I guess for us. С какого возраста начинается серьезный теннис? Я думаю, то, что все должно идти от вас, от самих, если вы чувствуете уже, что это больше не как хобби ваше или развлечение на выходных, то, что вы готовы принять это на всю жизнь, да, стиль жизни, да, там, то, я думаю, вы можете уже задумываться о серьезности спорта.
Yeah, I started coaching at 20 years old.
Вот, да, Ян сказал, что он стал тренером, когда ему было всего лишь 20 лет, поэтому уже в 20 лет ты можешь взять эту профессию, серьезно отнестись к ней. Do you have a fitness coach? Yes, we do have a fitness coach. We're talking to him. He's sending me programs while I'm in quarantine. I'm doing the work, so we keep in touch. We're trying to find the best options in these times. Is it normal to change a coaches and yeah? I don't know. Well, if you don't feel that this is your right person, you want to see like every day, like work with this coach, then don't better do it, because there's not gonna be success with it. You need to enjoy the work together. You need to understand everything. So if you feel you're understanding and you're really enjoying and you want to stay with this coach, so what's the problem? Stay with this coach and like work. Where do you live? I live in Moscow, and Yen
lives in London, or just
lives
outside London.
in London.
20 minutes away from Wimbledon. So,
unfortunately, no grass.
No, not this year.
There is the Russian question. Какие турниры стоит играть на территории РФ? Вы имеете в виду для кого? Вы имеете в виду профессиональный уровень, ITP, WTA, или же РТТ, или же теннис Евро? Для кого? Немного конкретики, пожалуйста, если можно. I think we will finish soon, because it's time already. There is after us someone gonna do the live. Yeah, okay. I think, yeah, actually, I'm just see the notification on my phone that Academy is going live with this person, with this person, with this person, okay, like every hour. So yeah, even though we can't practice, we still can do something together, you know, like talk about some things. Yeah, I think just got the message. Time to finish. So, Jan, you want to say something on English first, and I will say it on Russian.
I mean, well, firstly, it's, you know, we have to look after ourselves first. Stay at home, save lives, and help all your medical staff in your own country. Keep safe, keep healthy, and keep doing things to entertain each other. Talk to your friends, and yeah, stay safe.
Yeah, and I will answer the question now because that's for both. Let's answer this still. I will say something for the people. Actually, yesterday when I went live, someone asked me what's my favorite tournament of the year. And, well, actually, I really like St. Petersburg. I really like this place, and I've been there twice. I've never had problems there. I like the atmosphere there. I like the facilities there. The people are really kind there. like they trying to help you always, like the crowd is always welcome. Maybe because I'm Russian, of course, but I never heard from someone different who is not from Russia that they felt not good in this city on this tournament. So yeah, I would say St. Petersburg. And for you?
Yeah, I mean, the Grand Slams are always great. I mean, obviously, Indian Wells is probably a part of the world that the tennis players get looked after so well.
Tennis paradise.
Yeah, it was obviously a little tough this year, but yeah, no, but there are some of the tournaments in. I quite like Wuhan and Beijing. I know a lot of players find that quite tough, but again, some of the facilities and that part of the world, you learn something a little bit new. But I think if I had to choose one, it would probably be outside of the 4 slams, would be Indian Wells probably.
Yeah, fair enough. Ладно, тогда мы заканчиваем наш эфир. Напоследок я хотела сказать, чтобы вы все не отчаивались, чтобы вы продолжали работать хоть и дома, и верили то, что все будет лучше. Обязательно, чтобы все оставались здоровыми, чтобы вы мыли руки, и давайте, раз пока такое время, все будем быть дома. И дома с семьей, с друзьями, с животными, и будем как-то выходить из этой ситуации. Всем удачи и здоровья. Stay safe, guys, and stay home.
Stay at home.
Stay at home, yeah? Stay safe, and enjoy this time with your family, because who knows what's going to be in the future. Enjoy it. Bye, guys.
See you.
Bye, Ian.
Bye. Bye, Настя.